Fearless Resilience. Get through anything. Hi, I'm Cheryl Patterson, and I'd like to talk to you about fearless resilience and overcoming your challenges. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Maya Angelou. Challenges come and go. It's a natural part of life. However, it's what you do with those challenges that determines the outcome of your life. Important areas include self-image, struggle mindset, limiting beliefs, advocates, fears, self-care, focus, faith, and commitment. You can be consumed with fear, worry, and anxiety and impair your outcomes and health in the process. Or you can stand strong, learn, grow, and thrive in the face of your adversities. The following are some suggestions to help you to overcome whatever challenge that you may be facing. The first one is self-image. How do you see yourself? How do you describe yourself and your achievements to others, positively or negatively? You probably have the answer to this question immediately after playing your personal dialogue in your head for years, like the rest of us. If your self-image is negative, then it can make it hard to believe that you can accomplish much or sustain it once you have. It can be easy to self-sabotage even if we don't like ourselves, especially if we don't like ourselves. Also, how can you expect others to believe in you if you don't see yourself in positive ways? Even if you put on a front about yourself, the negative image still shows through your body language, how you carry yourself, hygiene, clothing, words and phrases that slip out, and more. Many people may say, who cares what other people think? But although others' views of us are secondary, they still have an affirming effect on how we feel about ourselves. It becomes like a cyclical effect. Feel bad about ourselves, then attract others who don't see us as worthy, affirming our beliefs about ourselves about not being worthy, and so on, like a hamster in a wheel. Know that you have a choice regarding how you view things. If you have a negative self-view, you can change it by focusing on daily achievements, changing your self-story to things that you like about yourself instead, and working on areas that you would like to change about yourself and your life. Just like you practice that negative self-dialogue about yourself, you can practice a positive one. Get out of the struggle mindset. That's the second important thing to consider here. The bottom line is that if you think you're struggling, you are. When I was in my early 20s, a few decades ago now, I used to wonder why life was such a struggle. I use this word often until I learned more about the impact of thinking on our lives. I realized that I was creating the very thing that I didn't want. Struggle. Simply seeing it in my life that way. When you see your life that way, it's often that way. Your life will be as you see it. Seeing it as a struggle means you'll feel it as a struggle with all of the negative, self-defeating, heavy emotions that go with it, and have the outcomes that reflect that. And like a dominoes effect, that's your life in a nutshell. It's nearly impossible to have a productive, meaningful, or fulfilling life if you're feeling bad. That's not saying that it's a piece of cake to maintain a positive mindset, but when I'm feeling a bit down, I remind myself of the alternative, that a miserable struggle mindset and outcomes to match it, no thanks. The third thing to consider is limiting beliefs. What are the biggest challenges in your life right now? That's likely where some of your most significant limiting beliefs are. If it's not obvious to you, write it down, what you think some of the possibilities might be. Think about some of the old belief systems that you have, likely since childhood, that could be holding you back. Take a look at the most significant ones, the ones that may be jumping out at you the most. If you see a connection between those and the challenges you constantly find yourself dealing with now, it's likely they are the limiting beliefs. Just as you practice living by those limiting beliefs for your whole life, countering them will also require practice. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself daily, especially to the thoughts and actions that seem to be holding you back from something you're trying to achieve. For example, procrastination, I'll do it tomorrow. Talking yourself out of something you know you want to do, excuses about why it won't work, self-doubt, fear, and so on. Push forward towards your goals and never ever give up. Get support to help you stay accountable for your goals if you have to, but keep going. Number 4, round up your strongest advocates. Who's there for you no matter what you look like on a given day, especially at your worst, what you wear, what you have, regardless of your goals. Those are the people you want by your side through your journey. You want people around you that support you feeling good and that encourage you to thrive instead of keeping you in their comfort zones or that are uncomfortable with your attempts at growing. Grow. Number 5, push through fear. We are a society that often fears the worst. Instead of imagining positive outcomes, we armor ourselves in what ironically is a destructive state, pumping our bodies with stress chemicals and hormones that suppress our immune system, put us in negative and reactive moods, clutter our brain, and all of the things that are counterproductive to coping constructively with negative outcomes. It's essentially putting yourself in the worst possible physical, mental, emotional state to cope with any outcome. Fear is at the bottom of the totem pole of emotions when it comes to contributing to a healthy body and life. Put simply, it's toxic. One of the best ways to cope with fear is to face it head on. It's like dealing with a bully that targeted you because they know you'll shy away. And then once you stand up to them, they suddenly realize they have unwanted competition on their hands and back off. And interestingly, once you face them, you realize, they're not so scary anymore. What would your life look like if you walked yourself through your fear? Think of the worst case scenario of something you're afraid of. Now, what are some ways to get through it? It would be a good idea to write this down to get a clear idea for maximum impact and for reference for later as well. Chances are the worst case scenario isn't going to happen. And if it does, well, you have a plan in place. Don't let fear cripple you from a fulfilling and meaningful life. You don't have to live your life in fear. Think of what you might be missing out on because of it and all of the wonderful things that you can do without it in your life and how amazing that would feel. Could you go to more events, have better relationships, or try something you've always wanted to do? So much of what we're afraid of is in our mind. Many of us are good at romanticizing more about the bad stuff than the good. Things are only as scary as we imagine them to be. It's all perspective. Things can also be fun, exciting, as joyful, and exciting as we make them out to be as well. Doesn't always. The more you practice walking through your fears, the braver and happier you'll be. Proud of yourself, excited and happy with your accomplishments, which will propel you onward to your next goal. And life just opens up. It just opens up and leads to so many more wonderful things. The next step to consider, take care. Take care. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, hobbies, relaxation, and a good support system. They're powerful buffers that help you through life and whatever comes your way. You can't push through life or adversity exhausted, crashing, or sick from excess sugar, or weighed down from too much fat in your diet, stress hormones, dimming the switch on your immune system and causing illness and mood swings. You don't have to strive for perfection, just a healthy balance. Also, do things that are meaningful, fulfilling, and that give you a positive boost every day. Research shows that the more we engage in activities that lift us up, make us feel happy, peaceful, loving, grateful, and inspired, from things like music, meditation, dancing, singing, a gratitude journal, mantras, prayer, and so on, the more we do these things, the greater the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual impact. It's like a reboot to our system, filling it with chemicals, hormones, and energy that supports our ability to think clearer, be healthier, feel vibrant, and also opens up the doors to more opportunities and chances of succeeding. Number 7, focus on your outcomes. It can be easy to get distracted and caught up in what's going on around you, and to a degree it's important to be in the know, but not to the point where you lose sight of what's important to you and your wants and your needs. The more time you spend in other people's business, doing things you don't want to be doing, thinking about things irrelevant to how you want to feel or regarding what you want to achieve, the less time you spend as the person that you want to be and living your life the way you want to live it. Don't be a fish lost among the masses of other fish. Carve out your own goals and desires. Figure out the path that you want to travel to get there. Stay focused and do it. Let this be your primary focus and guide in the midst of what's going on elsewhere in the world. And when you lose sight of things, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to the life I want? And get back on track. Have faith. Many people associate faith with religion, but it's so much more. You can also have faith in yourself and others, or your goals and dreams. You can believe in yourself and trust that you can get through your adversities and thrive. Basically, faith is letting go and trusting. If you don't believe in yourself, your life, and ability to cope, then who will? Accomplishments or getting through challenge first requires believing that you can. If you're doubtful about getting through a situation, remember challenges that you overcame in the past and let that propel you forward. Number 9, stay committed. Don't give up on your goals or any effort that you're making. Hold steadfast and strong. Things don't always look or feel the way we want them to, but you mustn't give up. Stay committed to whatever outcome it is that you're trying to achieve or adversity that you're trying to get through. If you're having a hard time, get support. There's a wealth of information and support available to you at all times. All you have to do is to be open to it and to reach out for it. Just keep going. I hope you found these suggestions helpful. They're tried, tested, and true by research and by myself. There's so much information out there, but you want credible information. Any endeavors that you're striving for, especially when it comes to your personal development, though. Most of the information I provide is research-based through over 20 years of writing as a columnist and freelance writer of magazines that commanded nothing less, of course, publishing my own magazine with as well as included credible information through research and studies. Some of the studies are from that I've used are from a BA in psychology, and 3 books that I wrote on health and wellness. Also, credible research was included in that as well. You can learn more about me and the information that I provide on my site, cherylpatterson.ca. But I have to say, the thing that I'm most proud of is that I help in areas that I know about from experience. I've been there. I've been through many adversities, everything from multiple loss, single parenting, financial challenges, physical injury, and more. The common denominator, though, is that I got through it, and with my well-being, outlook, health, goals, and ability to thrive intact. Sometimes I shake my head and wonder how, but I found it's all about learning and growing and never giving up. My mission in life has been to help others through things like my writing, as I mentioned, for regional, national, and international magazines, publishing a health and lifestyle magazine of my own, writing books, hosting a radio show that helped others share the challenges they went through and how they took their lives to new levels, and as a personal development consultant. And I'd love to help you if you think you need it. I developed a 30-day one-on-one program called Fearless Resilience that provides an in-depth look at all of the topics discussed, such as fear, limiting beliefs, faith, self-image, support systems, struggle mindset, and much more. And it also provides you with one-on-one phone and email time with me to help provide you with additional insights and support. As a bonus, for those who register for this program, get a free copy of my book called Wellness Habits, a compilation of writings for emotional health. This book is packed with a wealth of information with topics such as self-doubt, worry, anger, trust, esteem, approval, and many more topics that can continue to help you and you can apply to your life immediately. It's also a great tool that you can continue to refer to at any time of your life, again when needed. People pay thousands of dollars for just a weekend retreat, and benefits to the information and support that you'll get with this program would be worth that. However, you'll get this program at a fraction of what even a one-day workshop can cost you. It's a journey of self-discovery, growth, inspiration, and elevation, and is designed to propel you forward with outcomes such as clarity about your fears and how they're holding you back, as well as limiting beliefs, a better understanding about your limiting beliefs, overcoming emotional blocks, overcoming challenges in your life, inspiration and motivation, learning, new goals, new coping skills, increased resilience, greater peace and happiness and satisfaction with your life and yourself, greater freedom, greater control over your life, and of course, empowerment. This program is for people that are serious about their personal growth, committed, work hard, are teachable, genuinely interested in creating change in their lives. I want you to really succeed. It will require you to have an open mind, dig deep, complete assignments, and to give it 100% of your effort. You and I will be a team. My ultimate goal is your success. All you have to do is to decide that you want it and that you're worth it, because I know you are. The sooner you take the step toward building your resilience and optimum ways to move your life to its maximum potential, the sooner you'll get there. Imagine your life a year from now, or 5 or 10 years from now. Where do you want to be? Still here? If you're ready to get unstuck and take your life to new heights, click the link below, register for the program, and let's get started.